Hello, I'm Tony Collins and I'm here to answer the question, what have the three John Scotts got to do with sport? I'm here on Lowgate, just across the road from the Three John Scotts pub. The Three John Scotts were all at one time vicars of St Mary's Church, just to my right. But what's not known is the extent to which the Three John Scotts contributed to the development of modern football and rugby. So John Scott III, the son of John Scott and the grandson of John Scott, became the captain of Hull FC. In fact, he and his brothers were founding members of Hull FC in 1865. What's more, John Scott was not only the captain of Hull FC, when he retired from playing, he moved to Leeds and became the vicar of St John's Church in Leeds, which was the place where the modern Leeds Rhinos were founded. But that's not the only connection, because his grandfather, John Scott I, was a leading member of the Church of England in the region. And John Scott became a target for the Methodists, who felt that his version of Christianity was incorrect. And one of the people who wrote a pamphlet arguing that John Scott was incorrect in his view of what Christianity was a man called Ebenezer Morley. His son was Ebenezer Cobb Morley, who was the first secretary of the Football Association when it was founded in 1863 and actually wrote down the first rules of football. But it doesn't end there. The connection goes even further, because the man who trained and educated John Scott I to be a vicar was a man called John Bromby, who was the vicar of Holy Trinity Church. John Bromby's son, also called John Bromby, no surprise, became the headmaster of Melbourne Grammar School in Australia. And Melbourne Grammar School in 1858 played in what is today seen as the first ever match of Australian rules football. And so through the Three John Scotts and their connections to the Morleys and the Brombies, you can see that Hull is linked to the origins of four of the major sports in the world: football, rugby union, rugby league and Australian rules football. And there's no other city in the world that can boast that link.